Hi, I recently got back from a trip to Japan and I saw a lot of visitors there. Like people from the United States, people from Europe, people from Australia, other Asians that I was surprised. Like, why these many people want to come to Japan? I mean, I understand why they come because the country is amazing. But I'm from Brazil and that left me wondering why don't all these people want to come to Brazil, or some of them at least? Brazil certainly is not Japan, but it's cool. It has these things, has something going on that I thought maybe some people would be interested, right? So I went down the internet to see what people were talking about Brazil and reasons they did not want to come. And my source was mainly Reddit, so you might give me a different opinion. But what I saw mostly was people were worried about safety. So safety is indeed a concern in Brazil, but you have to remember that over 200 million people live here, and we're doing fine, right? I have a mother, I have a grandmother, I have a girlfriend, and people just can't go on with their lives. It's not like people are getting shot left and right. Although it could happen, and you do have to be aware in Brazil of what you're doing. You definitely can, you definitely can't just go around like you are in Japan, right? Holding, I mean, I don't want to talk about holding your iPhone on the street or being mindful because something I noticed that people say is when they go online, everyone is like, don't use your cell phone on the street, be careful, you might get pickpocket. But when they get in Brazil, everyone is using their cell phones on the street, so it's kind of funny. So I don't want to say, oh, don't use your cell phone on the street. Though, when I go to Rio or Sao Paulo, I'm definitely aware. I'm always like worried that I don't pull my cell phone. I mean, I don't know if it's like that, but in my hometown, Manaus, honestly, like really, everyone is using their phones on the street, waiting for the buses. So I'm not gonna go on that direction. But you do need to be careful, especially when riding public transport or you're going like out at night in downtown. You do have to be aware. You have to look over your shoulder. But again, that's not only Brazil, right? Japan definitely is safe, but when you go to like Paris, I mean, if you've been to Paris at 10 p.m. or 9 p.m. under the Eiffel Tower, you know it's not safe. Definitely not safe. Like all the locals are out, and you have like this bunch of people acting weird, smoking crack and stuff, look staring you, so you won't feel safe. Well, at least that was my experience. You can comment below if I'm wrong. But yeah, so for Brazil, I mean, you don't want to rely on public transport. That's definitely a bad thing. But you can get around on Uber. You can rent a car depending on where you're going. So there are options, right? And I don't recommend riding public transport in rush hour, especially, and outside of it too. Like I don't want to do that unless you are. Oh, wait, I'm talking here about the big cities, super big cities like Sao Paulo, Rio, Salvador, etc. Not for smaller cities. Smaller cities are totally fine. Okay, Manaus. Manaus is not that. No, it's not fine. But I live there. I was never robbed. I use my cell phone on the street. I've been to bad neighborhoods. Nothing ever happened. So it's not that, that bad either. But you could maybe be in the wrong place at the wrong time and see the wrong person. That's not only Brazil, but it's more maybe more likely to happen in Brazil than in some other places. Not all of them, right? So yeah, safety could be a concern, but if you are interested in visiting Brazil, that shouldn't stop you, right? And also, you could do research on what is Brazil. I know when you go into a different country, we usually go to like main cities. Like you go to Japan, you go to Tokyo. You come to Brazil, I hear people saying is you go to Rio. And Rio is definitely very cool. Like all the time, the times I was there, I had a good time. But as a Brazilian, we are also a little scared because Rio has this fame of being super dangerous. But I always have a good time there. I don't want to complain. But yeah, so safety is indeed a concern. Um, what I can tell you is understand the map, see what areas are okay to go and what aren't. and stick to the to the areas where it's cool, right? Just go there and have a good time, and we can talk more about it later. But okay, apparently safe is a big concern in Brazil for Brazilians too, so that you know. But it's not that bad either. Second thing is bureaucracy. I saw some people online saying that to get an eSIM, you need a CPF, which is like a Brazilian document, and it's a hassle. I need to look further into that, right? But I know that for other places, like in Japan, you just download an app called Klook and you buy an eSIM and you install it and it works right away. I'm not sure if they have these type of things in Brazil, but that's the another complaint I saw online. Okay, so I mainly in this channel I'm looking to discuss Brazil, and so that people from other countries can understand what it's like, show life around, show the cities, show how. I mean, I don't want to say how to behave because everyone here behave different, but yeah, let's talk about Brazil, right?